Intent is actually like a message between two parties to perform actions, okay, to convey a message from one party to the other party in a layman's term. So what party does mean in technical terms? It can be passing in information from one screen to other screen, that is from one activity to other activity. Like now we are going from splash screen to go to the main activity. The message can be from one another app altogether to a different app. The concept of something called broadcasting messages or notifications that you see on your phone coming from one app on your mobile screen. So all this is the concept of intent. It's like a message system. So your intent is a class name. We made an object named intent. Syntax is something called new intent. Now here we'll define from first party to the second party. So we are going from splash screen dot this. We go from here. So where will we go? We have to land up to a home page. For now on our home page is the main activity dot class. So after the background process of 3 seconds visibility of my app logo will navigate from splash screen to main activity. Something called start activity and we'll pass the object. That's it. It's just a 3 4 line code, 2 lines for intent, 1 line for with splash screen. This is the entire concept. Now we focus on the user interface. Now we come to splash screen. Here, as I said, it's the concept of relative layout, then linear layout, and then constraint layout, video by video. So for here, we have relative layout. Here are we. So I'm just putting an image view. Just drag and drop it here. It will ask you options to select from backgrounds or select from project. So I have something in my drawable folder, as I said, that is my app logo. Android made easy. Now this is visible here. To adjust the user interface, XML file is always there. Yeah, the major concept, how will we link our widgets of the XML in the Java class? Something called by ID. Same concept of roll number. So how are you identified in your class except by your name? Something called ID is your roll number, your exam seat number. The same concept goes with here. If there are more than one image view, suppose tomorrow I add one more image view here. So how will you distinguish between two image views? So we'll distinguish by their IDs. Layout width and layout height is defined by point of source as wrap content is given. That's a minimal size. It is this. You can always adjust the settings. I can make it 200 dp for the width and with the height and it becomes smaller big. Now the position, how is it adjusted? We want something in the center. So Android center. Now there's option of center and vertical, center and horizontal, and center and parent. So center and parent means middle of the screen. Your parent means a screen, a one activity. I made it true. So your the logo is in the center. Now this logo will be visible for 3 seconds and then we'll go to main activity. So main activities XML is activity underscore main. I hope I'm going too slow. So I'll just put a text view here for time being so that you understand what are we exactly doing. And I'll just put it navigated from one screen to the other. I'll just increase the size so that it's visible. Android center and parent true. So what are we doing? Coming from splash screen, we will show our app logo for 3 seconds and then coming to here, coming to this screen. It's a landing page. Okay. So here you're navigating between two screens. The most important part, entire coding is done, user interface is done, but you go to manifest file. I hope you remember manifest was all major permissions and configurations are defined here. Something called this portion, okay? What it says, an activity whose name is main activity, it is a launcher. So the first screen that will be appear on your mobile when you launch this application is the main activity. And what do we have in our main activity? Something which I wrote now in activity underscore main. Navigate from one screen to the main activity to the launcher screen. We need a splash screen of the image which shows an image to the launcher screen. So just remove main activity as in launcher screen, and what do? We put splash screen as in launcher screen. Okay. Now already splash screen is defined there. So there are two splash screens, but there's only one activity with the same name. There can be two different activities with the same name. So main activity isn't defined. So we define the main activity. Problem solved. So launcher screen is not the main activity. Launcher screen is the splash screen activity. And which XML file is linked to the splash screen? It is activity underscore splash. And what does it have? Our app logo. So first screen is an app logo. 3 seconds after that we enter activity underscore main. What does it have? Just a text. So we'll try to run this. This is high application is of the last video, last days concept. So it's building, project is building. It will take, as I said, 2 to 3 minutes for project to run. Error on the line 19 of the splash screen, which says set content with this. We forgot one thing. We made the class display, but we never used it. We we did all the coding in this, but we didn't use it anywhere. So here we go. I'll just move display dot execute. Because of it was giving the error. Now we'll run the app and probably it should run.
So guys, I hope the tutorial was quite easy, quite smooth to learn something new. So now we'll be back with the second tutorial of ours quite soon, which will be talking about how to fetch data from the internet. Till then, stay tuned.